All right, this was day 3, EPT Prague. We are in a situation in the tournament where we call late because it's post money. Okay, so everyone already cashed. We have like 87 players in the game from 1192 total, and so we have the best players in the world playing now for a lot of money, and we're gonna talk here today about check raising. Okay. So I have this new player at my table, really good player, really nice guy from Italy, Mr. Salvatore Bonavena, EPT champ as well, that just comes to the table and he raises. I happen to be the big blind. I'm the chip leader of the table. I have around 90 big blinds and he has around 35, 40 big blinds. So I decided to call from the big blind pretty wide because I'm going to show him pretty much who's the owner of that table, okay? Who's taking care of that table. But mainly because I have a playable hand. I know whenever he has like 40 bigs and he can open as well pretty wide. So I'm going to spill a flop. And a flop comes King 10 X and 2 spades. Okay, King 10x, 2 spades. So first rule here for you beginners: whenever you're going to check raise, you need to decide why you're check raising, right? But I think my opponent is bluffing. This is not enough reason for you to check raise, because bluffing it's one of the reasons, right? You can check raise your hand for bluffing purposes, for value purposes, or if you want to semi bluff, right? So for instance, a board like King 10x and 2 spades, it is a really good board texture to check raise or not. So that's the second question you have to ask yourself, if it is a good board texture, and you from the big blind, if you represent that kind of hands, which could be a bluff, value, or a semi-value hand. So whenever he bets the flop, I decide to check raise because it is a really good board texture for me. I'm playing an opponent that could be actually playing a king, and I could put him in a very tough position right there, and I have more chips than him. So third of it, stack sizes, right? So as I have double of his chips and more, I can put a lot of pressure under this player that wants to, of course, have his deep run once again in EPT and make day 4. So that's another reason to check raise. And the fourth reason here is the meta game, right? We don't have a meta game. He's just coming to the table. He doesn't know my image. How am I playing? So that makes even difficult for him to continue in the hand. And so if you guys are watching the footage of the feature table right now, you see that he making fold the hand, and I increase my chip stack without showdown, which is one of the biggest qualities of a poker player nowadays. Try to gather chips without showing your hands at least 75% of the time.